Hello and welcome to the first ever episode of the 101 Yards podcast. This is Liberty Sports Network's NFL podcast to bring everything NFL to you. And the song that is playing right now is Are You Ready for Some Football by Hank Williams Jr., which used to be, or still is, the Monday Night Football intro song, and is a great song in my opinion. Now today we got Alex, we got Jared, we got Alec, we got Ben Hoyt, and we got Ben Goldstein, who is actually Philly Sports Reports, as more commonly known as. We have too many people named Ben in this network. We have three, actually. We have three.
Man.
Well, welcome everybody to this first ever episode. How is everybody thinking? How is everybody doing today?
How is everybody?
Well, I was saying, what's everybody's thoughts of being here, but how's everybody feeling today?
Self-destructed. Woo!
Yes, we will get into the championship games in a second, but everybody else feeling pretty good going into the Super Bowl?
Yes, because I predicted the Rams to win the Super Bowl at the beginning of the season.
That's right. We can revisit those.
Yeah.
We can revisit those. Let me find
you
those.
guys suck. So that's my.
I predicted the Rams too, but it was against the Browns. So I know I was wrong in that sense.
I did not predict the Bengals. I predicted the Chiefs as the.
I predicted a rematch.
I
Shocker.
did predict the Bengals. I will say.
You predicted
well,
the
not
Bengals?
in the Liberty Sports
At the
reports.
beginning, yeah.
Shit.
Yeah, you did it.
Not
When,
that.
Sports
you
reports.
did it when they started to get hot. Yes.
Yes.
Yes, the Liberty Sports reports. I don't know what I'm saying. I'm
Liberty-
turning into
Liberty
Mitchell.
Sports Report.
Yep. You're turning into Mitchell.
So, anyways, on that point, Ben, would you care to describe to us, or either one of the Bens, what happened in the Chiefs versus Bengals game while I try to find our old predictions?
Hoyt, go.
You're all right. You're summoning me. All right. So, it was a pretty good game early on. They were using Jerick McKinnon a lot. Great touchdown pass to Tyreek Hill to open up 7-0.
That was
Went to 21-3. Bengals came back, won in overtime with Evan McPherson. Great game all around. And the Bengals, who they gonna beat them? Bengals are going to the Super Bowl in LA, which, by the way, is the second time ever and second year in a row that the NFC team will be hosting the Super Bowl.
Yes. And anybody care to explain what happened with the 49ers dismissal?
Now I'm summoning Ben Goldstein. Go ahead.
Flosky Tart happened, but go ahead.
Jimmy G.
I'm
happened.
going.
Yes, you're
Yes.
going. You summon me, I summon you. Let's go.
All right. So my cable decided to turn off during this game, but the 49, I can't even remember what happened. So,
The 49ers self-destructed in the fourth quarter. I think
Yeah.
that's
all
what
right, the 49ers were up,
Sounds great.
and then they decided to self-destruct, and then Rams at home did their thing and won the football game, and they're hosting the Super Bowl.
All right.
Like I said,
My cable decided to die mid-game. It was ridiculous.
Jaklowski Tart happened. He had a very good chance to get the interception. He didn't get the interception, and that cost
Happened.
him.
All right,
I
so
mean-
going through our predictions. Sorry, Jared, I found
Can I say
our
one thing?
prediction.
So the Jimmy G and self-destructing in the fourth quarter of big games. Who knew? But this is what wasn't this also the Rams first time they won against the Niners in 7 or so games?
Yes, 6
Yeah.
games.
There you
Yeah.
go.
All right, going back through our predictions from earlier in the year, we all had the Browns or the Ravens winning the AFC North. We all had the Bengals finishing last. Other
I
than
said Ravens.
Ben said that the Steelers would finish last, and we were all wrong on that matter.
Steelers going to Super Bowl.
But where
And
did the Bengals in the division?
they placed first in the division.
Ah.
The Bungles
No,
won.
I'm
and
saying,
then-
where did Ben put them in the division?
Yeah.
Ben put them in third, so he did.
Yo,
Sorry,
Right.
Ben.
easy Pittsburgh,
And
Baltimore.
then the AFC East, we all had the Bills winning, so great job. But we had all the Patriots finishing third and the Dolphins finishing second. So,
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You did say
and then
that.
the AFC South, we all said the Titans, and then the Colts and Jaguars and Texans. Think those were right, other than the Texans and Jaguars were flipped, I think. And then
They were both
Yeah.
terrible.
They both sucked.
And then the AFC West, we all had the Chiefs winning. Who knew? But the Raiders ended up finishing second place in that division, and Jared and Ben both got the division right.
Ben?
Congratulations, Hoyt. Benjamin Goldstein did not do these
I
predictions.
did not.
I'm not too
participate.
surprised about that.
I was
That one
really
wasn't
high on the
predicted.
Chargers coming into the season. I thought
Yeah,
that-
I mean,
I was
they-
actually surprised the Raiders made the playoffs.
if they
though.
did
Yeah.
not take a certain timeout, they might have been. in
Yeah.
the playoffs.
Possibly, yeah.
But going into our playoff predictions, I had the Chiefs as the number 1 seed, which I was wrong in. I had the Browns as the Browns as the 3rd seed, which was wrong. I had the Bills at the 2 seed, which is wrong. I had the
No, what? Oh no,
Titans
you're
at the
right.
I had the Titans at the 4 seed. Basically, the only teams I got right going into the playoffs were the Titans, the Bills, the Chiefs, the Steelers, and that was it. Jared, you got the Chiefs right, the Bills right, the Titans right, and yeah, that's about it. Alex Watson, you had the Colts. I mean, no, you didn't have the Colts right. You had the Chiefs right, you had the Bills right, and you had the Titans right. Then for Ben, you got the Chiefs right, Bills right, Titans right.
What did we all say for the wild cards?
I said Ravens, Colts, Steelers. You said Browns, Dolphins, Colts. Alex Watson said Ravens, Chargers, and Colts. And Ben said Browns, Dolphins, and Colts.
Did Alec do? Wait, Alec did these.
Alec
too.
did not submit his predictions in time.
Ew.
I never got the link. I never got the link for it.
And then for the AFC champion, I had the Browns. Jared had the Chiefs. Alex had the Chiefs. Ben had the Chiefs. We were all wrong.
Browns.
Yeah, I'm so
I-
happy I was
I-
wrong.
Can we go back to the Browns? What was your thinking process when you chose the Browns to be the
I
winners of the
thought they
He's
took a
high.
nice step last year. I thought they would take the next step. I was wrong.
Because Baker sucks.
Yeah. All right,
Yeah.
moving on. All right, moving on. We have the NFC. We all had the Packers winning the NFC North. You were
That was
right.
hard.
Yeah, that should. be-
NFC East. I said the Eagles. You
Oh.
all said the football team.
Yeah, because we
I
thought
was
their
more
defense-
right than you.
We did say that we thought their defense was going to be.
Wait, didn't I say Dallas?
No, you didn't. You said the
Oh,
football team. You
we all
flopped it
said
at the
the
last
football
second. Remember?
Wait, when is this
Yeah, you
podcast going out?
This is going out Wednesday. Yes.
So that's the second, right?
Yes.
So they'll be the Commanders then.
They'll be the Commanders or the whatever.
Mm-hmm.
They already leaked it.
They already.
No, they're the
heard-
Washington
It's gonna be the
baseball team.
Commanders.
And then I had the Giants finishing last in the division. Yeah, sorry,
God.
Alex. The Giants were bad. and
Yeah,
that was
I-
expected.
I didn't expect us to be great. I didn't expect any other team to make the playoffs than the football team. Coaching wasn't it. Injuries hurt us. The team wasn't quite built as we wanted it to.
I
but
just wanted to point out, you all said the Eagles would finish last place in the NFC East.
I thought it would be a close race. I thought it'd be like mediocre, all mediocre.
I didn't expect the Eagles. Oh, I forgot they had a paper soft schedule. That was probably it.
And they got another one next year. And anyways,
They made the playoffs.
Yeah.
It's a bit harder because they have a second place
and
schedule.
then the NFC South, who knew the Buccaneers won it?
Oh, shocker.
I know.
No way.
NFC West. This is where it got tough. I said the Rams. Alex said the Rams. Jared, you said the Seahawks, and Ben also said the Rams.
I am so happy I was wrong.
But
You-
see, here we actually might have some right. So the number 1 overall seed was the Packers. None of us predicted that right. We all
Really?
said Tampa Bay or the Rams. Alex said
Okay.
the Rams. We all said Tampa Bay.
I swear I said Green Bay initially.
So for the
but-
number 2 seed, Alex got it right because he put the Buccaneers at the 2 seed. Then for the 3 seed, which was the Rams, I got that right, and Ben got that right. And then for the 4 seed, we all got that wrong because that was our NFC opponent, NFC East personnel. The 3rd wild card, none of us got it right because it was the Eagles. The 6th seed was the 49ers. None of us got that right. However, Alex did predict the 49ers to make it as a wild card team, so he got that right.
I predicted Dallas to make it. I know that. I think.
But the number one was wild card was the Cardinals. Jared and Ben both said the Cardinals would be this number 2 wild card. And all right, going to the NFC champions, I said the Rams, Alex said the Rams, Ben said the Rams, and Jared said the Packers.
Fair, I guess.
Damn it.
So now that leads us to the Super Bowl.
Steelers going.
So for me, I had the Browns versus the Rams, which
Ouch.
is obviously one of those teams is right. I predicted the Rams to win.
Yeah, but I was closer because I had the Chiefs and the Rams.
That's right, you did. Jared predicted the Chiefs to win, so he's automatically disqualified.
I'm not disqualified. I'm just wrong.
Yeah. Alex and Ben. Well, Ben said the Chiefs, and Alex, you said the Rams. And that catches us all up to Super Bowl 56, which is between Joe Burr and Matthew
Joe
Stafford.
Shiesty!
Because you know what's what's the most reliable pickup in Detroit? A Stafford.
Oh, so you're throwing Gridiron Heights there?
I am.
Did you really just?
I just did that. Anyways,
I got one more thing to say. This is the first time in 11 years where I haven't had a rooting interest in the Super Bowl.
and to be honest, I have to agree with you. This is the Super Bowl. I don't care who wins. I'm happy either way. Joe Burrow
I'll take
wins a
the
ring.
Rams because I picked them, but
Yeah,
the game
I
is-
think Matthew Stafford, Joe Burrow, so Cincinnati's in a position.
This is my mindset going into it. Stafford and the Rams are like at the level of like, okay, this is their year, you know. And then I think the Bengals are like the up and
They'll be
They
back,
need an
yeah.
offensive line. That's what
Yeah.
they need.
So
But
that's
then-
obviously either team that wins, I'll be happy to see. Hopefully it's a close game, but yeah.
Yeah. Then again, if the Rams win, Odell Beckham finally gets a ring.
I'm happy for I as a Giants fan, I'm extremely happy for
He
Odell.
should have got one at LSU, but you know what?
Wow.
Screw the BCS.
I mean, Odell did join them as a free agent midseason, and normally I'm like, okay, he's just joining a contender, but they needed someone to fill Robert Woods' place, so they got
Yeah.
All right, now it's time to pick a winner out of these two. Well, Alex already said he hopes the Rams win.
Well, I that's the thing though. Is this a want or a think?
Who do you think?
Hold on, boys.
wins the Super
Who do
Bowl?
I think is going to win the Rams for the
If you
same?
had to put money on it,
If I had to put money on it, I would say the Rams because they are the ready team. The offensive lines are both kind of mediocre to bad, but you have a more proven quarterback. Joe Burrow is going to be great.
All right, boys. I'm out. I'll be back, maybe.
Okay,
Bye.
Steve,
These
Um,
are-
Aaron Donald and Von Miller. Oh, another thing, experience. Aaron Donald and Von Miller, a former Super Bowl MVP and someone who has made the Super Bowl before and has been in the playoffs a fair amount before. A coach that has been in the playoffs and the Super Bowl before. That's what's going to come back to bite the Bengals if they lose. To me, is inexperience.
Yeah. Ben,
Well, yeah. So I think first of all, the Bengals O line is very weak, and you're going to be facing Aaron Donald, a monstrous and dangerous human being. He's going to get his money's worth at the quarterback. Joe Burrow better watch out there. They have Von Miller, great veteran addition. He will get his money's worth as well. He'll get his sacks. And of course, Jamar Chase, the main weapon for the Bengals, is going to be locked up by probably the best cornerback, in the league, in Jalen Ramsey. So this is the most difficult test the Bengals have faced yet.
The
And
way
I
that the Bengals, oh, sorry, keep going.
that the Bengals have faced yet, and I think the outcome is not going to be so great for Joey B. Again, like Alex said, experience is key in the Super Bowl. It's in LA, which, believe me, that worked out for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers last year. Teams that have hosted the Super Bowl are undefeated. Of course, that's only happened once, but I think they'll still remain undefeated. Rams will win.
The only way that for me the Bengals win, obviously, I think someone like Trey Hendrickson needs. Is it Hendrickson?
their
Yeah.
defense needs to play really
They need
well.
to get a few sacks, and Joe Burrow needs to find spots in the rest of the Rams secondary that isn't quite as good as Jalen Ramsey.
I mean, I totally agree with you. In fact, Patrick Mahomes was sacked more times than Joe Burrow last week, which is an interesting fact to think about.
Yeah.
However, I told you, I don't care who wins the Super Bowl. I mean, but in honesty, Matthew Stafford, I mean, he has a chance to win it now. I mean, it will suck absolutely so much if he goes out next year and has a career-ending injury and he won't ever be able to win a ring. I so hope that doesn't. So I hope the Rams win it this year against the Bills. But I mean the Bengals. But I hope Yeah. I just hope it's a good game, close game. Then again, I could see it coming down to a field goal by Evan McPherson. So I don't know.
Like Jared said,
Yeah.
the first time in a while where I really haven't wanted to root against a team.
Ben and Alec, what are your thoughts on this? Who do you think will win?
I'll go first. The Rams have the best defensive line in the NFL. The Bengals have had one of the worst offensive line in the playoffs. The Rams obviously have the experience, so this will either be this will be a close game or it'll be an absolute blowout by the home team. I have the Rams winning.
And
Uh,
Alec, what do you think?
I think the Rams should again. They should win this, but because they should doesn't mean they will. Sean McVay has been known for getting a little too conservative in his play calling when it's a close when it's a close game, and he tends to blow leads, and we've seen that in the past and earlier this year against the Niners as well. The last week, remember they were up 17-0 and they lost that game. So again, if the Rams can continue to play the way they've been playing, and not get too conservative and not get in their own heads, I think they should win. But with that being said, the Bengals have a lot of confidence and made a really nice run. Burrow's been playing outstanding. So is Jamar Chase, and that defense has been outstanding. It's just that their offensive line needs to step up, and surprisingly, it hasn't really come back to bite them yet because again they're in the Super Bowl, and the fact they've had one of the worst offensive lines and they're in the Super Bowl shows how talented their team is as well.
Agreed. And next year's draft, if they just focus on offensive line, maybe get a couple more defensive pieces, maybe another.
They'll be
wide
the
receiver.
best team in the NFL.
They will be amazing in the
Even-
AFC North.
Think about this. Think about this. Maybe in the draft or offense, or so they get like a tackle or guard that just works out really well for them. Someone like Penei Sewell. Obviously, they're going to be lower in the draft, but they get someone like a Penei Sewell caliber type of player, and they
They're
develop
set.
it well. They
But
get
they're
a few
set.
offensive linemen. They get maybe like a defensive tackle or a linebacker or maybe another corner. You have in the secondary, you have Von Bell to bolster that secondary. You get a few more of those pieces, like truly a few pieces away from one of the best teams in the AFC if they keep it up like this.
So, in my opinion, they've been linked with Andre Dillard for the past 2 years. I think they pulled the trigger on a trade for Andre Dillard. That sets up on their left side of their line. Get another person for your right side of your line. Get a secondary piece, as you said, and a linebacker. They'll be set for life, and maybe get another explosive wide receiver out there.
Maybe even like
A possibility for them is not Jaquan Brisker, Jahan Dotson, Penn State wide receiver, really good. And yes, Ben, I finally got the Penn State thing in there. I told you it would happen.
You know what I think they should do? I think they're set at wide receiver, and here's why. Because you have T. Higgins, Jamar Chase, Tyler Boyd, who are all kind of three different receivers. You have like your 50-50 ball guy, your deep ball guy, your route runner. You get a tight end that's a little bit better than CJ Uzomah, someone like a best tight end in the league caliber player, hypothetically speaking, then that's like that alone is going to get them at the top of the division.
Yeah, I agree. Well, Zoom has told us the time is running out. So let's just go around and give our final thoughts of the first ever episode of the 101 Yards podcast. Starting with you, Alex.
I like the Giants' front office moves. I think that Shane and Dable are two good moves from the Bills organization, who's had a lot of success on offense, developing Josh Allen and a good defense. There's a possibility that they would bring in the Bills quarterback coach to be our offensive coordinator. If that happens, we aren't a great team, but if we can get a solid offensive line and maybe develop us into a solid team, maybe we get a bunch more weapons on the team. In a few years, there's a possibility that we really start to see some improvement.
Yeah. Ben, either one of you?
I will say congratulations to everyone in the bracket competition. We all beat Alec this year.
Yay. And
I admit I'm not the greatest at predicting that stuff, but I don't think did I do that bad last year?
Well, you didn't predict at all. That's my point. We beat you because you didn't play.
I didn't?
The playoff? No.
Playoff one, the football one.
Oh, okay. I thought
Yeah.
never mind.
Is that your closing thought?
That is my closing thought.
all right,
Actually.
and other Ben, thought.
We just got free Frosties.
Yeah.
And
Great.
do you think Doug Peterson fixes the Jaguars if they hire him?
No.
Probably.
Next.
Oh.
Okay.
I mean, there are more problems in the general manager position, so yeah. All right, and Alec, your closing thoughts.
I will say that Trent Baalke is pretty bad. But anyways, the Eagles have a really bright future. They just got in the playoffs this year. They have 3 first-round picks. They've also, I think that they also have a lot of young players who can really improve as well. So and I think that there's a lot of potential trades that can go on in the offseason. So this could be one of the more interesting Eagles off seasons in the past few years. So I'm
See them
excited. I'm
trading
excited
up in the
about
draft or something for a higher pick. Definitely.
Yeah,
Maybe.
I mean, you can see maybe the Eagles will trade out for Kyle Hamilton. I don't see it happening. I would rather take the quantity over quality. I mean, N'Kobe Dean, Linderbaum, and a wide receiver or an edge rusher in that
Linderbaum,
first.
I can tell you
would be
Linderbaum isn't going
great.
to drop out of the top 10. I truly believe that.
Yeah.
Personally. But yeah, it'd be a good pickup for you guys.
Yeah, but our next episode, whenever this will come out, will be a mock draft. Not a mock draft, but it'll just be a class of 2022 overview. So we'll look at some of the top prospects, look into them, and see which ones will be duds, will be stars, and what will help in with the others.
We get to a mock draft eventually when all the final.
Yeah, we'll do it a lot closer. Yeah, we will definitely do it closer.
Yeah.
But then again, thank you guys so much for joining us for the first ever episode of the 101 Yards podcast. Make sure you go check out the other podcasts that are on this YouTube channel and give them some love. And hopefully you guys come back next week or whenever the next episode is, because we would like to have you guys with us again soon. Thank you guys once again for joining us. We'll see you guys next time.